What's popping, guys? You're watching the 5th episode of the Weekly Kernel. My special guest with me today was the 2017 Big 12 Freshman Softball Player of the Year, a 2017 First Team All-Big 12 recipient, a 2017 First Team All-Region recipient, and she was named to the 2017 Big 12 Championship All-Tournament Team and the Women's College World Series All-Tournament Team in 2017. She's also the president of Oklahoma SAC and a crucial role of Oklahoma FCA. She helped Oklahoma softball win its 4th national championship in 2017, not to mention wearing my favorite number, if you're wondering, which is 11. Everyone welcome my friend, Oklahoma junior, Nicole Mendes.
Hi, you make me sound like I'm this all-star or something. I feel like I should have written up like all your accolades so I could be like, I'm on her podcast. This is all she's done.
No, I'm here to make you look good.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks. Actually, I'm gonna ask you a trivia question to start this off.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna ask you 3 trivia questions.
Okay.
Why is softball called softball?
Softball is called softball because originally, whenever they first made the sport, it was made up of rags and it was softer than a baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, they have changed the way the ball is, and now it's like not soft like at all. But yeah, that's why.
She knows her stuff.
I know.
Okay, when was the first time Oklahoma softball won a national championship?
It was in 2000, so it was like 3 years after I was born. And like I think about that now, it's kind of crazy how it kind of started everything. But yeah, it was a long time ago.
Okay, so what year is softball going to be brought back into the Olympics?
Another trick question. That's the year I graduate, 2020, and I will actually be playing with Team Mexico.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so this summer we're going to be trying to qualify to get into the Olympics. So
Oh my gosh.
fingers crossed.
Now that I know that.
And so...
Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. The 2019 softball season just started a couple weeks ago. Tell me how that's going and what it's like being a junior.
It's definitely different being an upperclassman. Sophomore year was a bit of a struggle, so it's nice to have a little bit more experience under my belt. But this is about our 3rd week into preseason, and it's been going. We've been traveling everywhere. So we started off in Arizona, and we traveled to Florida, and then next we went to California, and we just got back yesterday. So it's been a grind a little bit, but it's been a lot of fun. Teams have been playing really, really well. So
yeah,
I'm
and you're
excited.
super tan, making you look really pale.
I mean, don't boost me, but okay.
So when did you actually start playing softball?
So I started whenever I was 4. They had me in right field, and I was the designated flower picker of the team.
Nice.
I was in the outfield, and I could spot a good flower, and I would.
That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I did gymnastics in the outfield as
cool.
well. You know, I like really bridged the gap between sports.
Really?
I was cartwheels, you know, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I was like 12 that I started taking it a little bit more seriously.
Okay.
And then everything from there just kind of brought me to here.
Yeah, so did you just know that you wanted to do it in college, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, they would always be like, raise your hand if you want to play in college. And I'm like, I don't even know what college is, but it sounds cool. Like, I raised my hand. So, yeah, like, I've always, like, heard that. And it's, like, an opportunity to continue to play softball.
Yeah.
And, like, I love it. So, I was like, why not? Like, if I can get there and if it can pay for my school and continue to do what I want.
True.
Why not?
So you were saying that you did cartwheels and stuff in the outfield.
Yeah.
So did you do gymnastics, or did you do any other sports?
Yeah, so like a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually, my one true love was cheerleading.
Oh,
Yeah, I did competitive cheerleading for a couple of years, and then my older sister got hurt, and so my parents kind of got scared, and they were like, we're gonna put you in a like safer sport. So they put me in softball, where we have to wear helmets and a ball's being thrown at us.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's safer.
It doesn't make sense, but that's what
There's
they
a ball
went
coming
with.
at your face.
Yeah, so I was like,
But
okay, like, all right.
I actually wanted to be a cheerleader,
Oh,
but I never was.
you were just a jump into the said.
You're a utilities player, so does that add any extra pressure on you to memorize different positions and like your roles on the team?
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes it can be kind of hard. I think of it as like if you're specializing in just one event in gymnastics, or if you do a lot. So it kind of like you can still do a lot of different things, but it kind of takes away from the time that you have with those one things.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit more time to practice a little bit more in all those areas. But I don't know, I really like all of them, and I feel like it kind of makes me the player that I am. So I think it's worth it.
What's your favorite position to play?
Oh, that is so... I hate that question because, like, it's so hard for me to answer. It's so hard for me to answer. I can't ever decide. But I would say my favorite is where the action is. Like, if there's a lot of balls in the outfield, like, outfield's my go-to. If I'm, like, bringing some stuff that day, I want to be a pitcher. But then, like, sometimes, like, I like hitting a lot, too. So it's like, I don't know. But, yeah.
So it depends on the day.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, shoot, I wish I was good at all that. She goes, I mean, on this day I can catch. On this day, I mean, I'll pitch.
No, I'll never claim catching. I can't do that. I'm too scared.
So I'm actually going to mention something. So the softball team won in 2017 the national championship, and so did gymnastics.
Yeah.
But then last year, we both kind of fell short. So how does that motivate you going into this season?
I mean, I'm super competitive, so it's like I hate losing.
Me too.
And it was heartbreaking, and whenever I think about the game and like right after we lost, it was devastating. I like bawled like a baby on national television. Still not proud of it, but it happens.
Emotions get to you.
Yeah, it happens. And I think like the biggest thing is just knowing what unfinished business we had last year and just carrying it over to this year, and then also letting like the newcomers know that like they're important to this new team, and like their role is important too, and that they're a part of this new journey. And what happened last year, even though we did fall short, like it happened last year.
Yeah, it's in the past now.
Yeah, even if we won, like it happened last year. So focusing on this new year and making like every game, every inning, every pitch count.
Yeah, that's kind of how our coaches would apply that to us. Like, yeah, you won last year, but it's a new year, it's a new team, so you can't focus on last year. That's in the past, so it's a brand new year. So speaking of... You're good. So speaking of coaches, your coach, Patty Gasso, is a Hall of Fame coach and known to be one of the best college coaches. What does she bring that's so special to your team?
Well, whenever I think of her, like I think of the GOAT. Like, she's someone that's not just there for the athletics part of it, she's there for the development part of it too. Whenever I got recruited, like the biggest thing that made Oklahoma stand out from the rest of the schools was she wasn't afraid of any other schools. She asked if I was looking at any other schools, and then she would be like, all right, well, like, I don't need to know their names, but I just want you to know, like, I'm not scared because I know we'll measure up. And that, like, really stood out to me.
It's confident.
Yeah, she's super confident in who she is as a coach, as a Christian, as a person, as a woman. And as we come in and as we get to learn under her from sport, we also learn under her as girls, and we eventually evolve into women. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned from her that makes her different from so many others.
You were actually homeschooled and played travel ball. Looking back on it now as a junior at OU, what advice would you give to kids and their parents that are possibly making that decision?
Yeah, that's so funny that you asked that question, because in California and then at the beginning in GCU in Arizona, I actually had families come up to me and they're like, our daughter's homeschooled, like we think it's so cool. And I felt like I was like the only one. So that's really cool to hear of other girls who are playing softball and like wanting to go to college that are homeschooled too. Some advice that I would give them would be more like, don't be afraid that because you're being homeschooled you're missing out on things, or oh no, I don't get to play high school ball during season and I'm gonna suck. Like, that was my biggest fear, but I kind of took that as training time, and I had 6 months to train to like really get myself better. And so whenever summer came around, like I was ready. But I think it was a really awesome experience, and I wouldn't want to trade that for anything. I got to do things that normal people don't really get to do. And I don't know, it was just, I could really, really see myself grow in areas now that I'm looking back that I don't think I would have grown in otherwise. So
So you made the right decision for yourself.
Yeah.
And your parents made the right decision for you too.
My parents made the right decision for me. Yeah.
So you made the best decision for your future.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of future, you're a junior, so you only have 2 years left.
Yeah.
So what are your career plans after you graduate?
The golden question. I feel like I've been getting that a lot this year. And to be honest, like I have this vague idea of what I want to do, but I'm kind of open to a lot of different ideas. But I think, just strictly speaking, like dream goals here, I would like to do something like ESPN 30 for 30s. Like go out and like find those stories and like get to talk to those people, because I don't know, I think that's like one of my favorite things to do even now, is just like meeting new people, or like people that I'm already friends with, and like getting to know their story and getting to know who they are and like what made them that way, and like how they overcome their obstacles and things like that. It's my favorite thing.
See, that's just like me. So.
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
love that.
It's like so cool.
It's
like,
so cool.
Like
that's
how
why
a person could have that like in them, and you don't even know until you ask. Like,
that's
so
why
cool.
I started this show, so I can get to know people like on a deeper level, like why they're in the sport, and like why, like what makes them so passionate about the sport that they're doing, or just like anything that they're doing in their life. So yeah, I found that really cool. Oh, my like little twins. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you some pop questions, but on this show I decided to do something a little different than I've been doing. I bought 10 different kinds of popcorn, and I'm gonna throw them in her mouth like when I ask her a question, and she's gonna have to answer the question and tell me what flavor of popcorn she thinks it is. So. Popcorn roulette.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, no pressure.
Got it. Yeah.
I hope you have good taste buds.
I'm dead.
This is the first one. Cats or dogs?
Here.
Okay.
Yes. I'm getting hot. I really am.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Got it. That one tastes like cheddar, like cheese puff.
So it's loaded baked potato.
No, that literally tastes like cheese puff. By no stretch of my imagination can I imagine that to be a loaded baked potato.
Okay, next. Okay, this is 2. Second. Okay. Pizza or ice cream?
There's a lemon taste that comes in afterwards.
Oh.
Chocolate lemon. No, lemon pound cake.
Boom.
Killed it. Okay, do Frosties count as ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay, ice cream. Writer's block, Frosties.
Vanilla
Bad
or
game,
chocolate?
Frosties, chocolate.
See, I'm a vanilla girl. Brahms, ice cream, vanilla, cone. Froyo, cone. Importantly, what flavor of popcorn do you think represents you? Oh my gosh, that was so
I know.
close.
I was focusing on the question. Like, I don't know why it's not going in. Okay, that one was you. That one was you. Animal cracker.
It's birthday cake, but it does taste like an animal cracker.
Oh, I feel like the popcorn that best represents me as a person. Caramel popcorn, because I feel like I'm like a little sweet on the outside, and the inside like you never know what you're gonna get. Like it may be like a little fluffy, like a little hard exterior, but like really softy on the inside.
Next, who's your celebrity crush?
Because I was excited to answer this one. That's why. Oh no.
Yeah, it's white chocolate zebra. Celebrity crush.
Bradley Cooper. Just
I'm off the deep end. Walk-off home run or game-saving defensive grab?
It has to be like some type of like Reese's, like peanut butter, chocolate.
You got it.
I would say that's so tough. Nothing beats defense though. Like it's so much fun whenever you get to make like that diving play. Like when you say that, I think like a diving play in the outfield. So like in the game, like oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
Okay. Clearly, popcorn tossing isn't your hidden talent.
No, it's really not.
So.
Ooh!
I was in the middle of doing
I know!
it.
That's so weird.
Okay, is this one cheddar cheese?
Keep eating it. You don't taste that kick?
No. I'm Mexican. Like, I don't taste spices unless they're like there, you know? Is this supposed to be jalapeno?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have any hidden talents?
No.
None?
I don't. You know, all my talents are like public, so it's like...
Yeah, you just have so many.
I can read a book like really fast. Like I could do like speed reading.
Okay.
So it's like...
That's your hidden talent.
Like,
Who's your favorite female gymnast?
yes. I don't think I like this one.
It's salt and vinegar. Who's your favorite female gymnast?
You are.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I asked that question.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Just,
wow.
you
Humble
know,
brag,
I was just
whatever.
hoping.
You are, because I remember getting here as a freshman and like I remember being like, oh my gosh, like we have a gymnastics team, this is so cool. You guys are really, really good. It was so cool. But then I just remember hearing like how good you were, and then I just remember seeing you out like performing and things like that, and it was awesome because I don't know, you just
feel
look
so
so
good.
graceful. You look so graceful, and like you made it look easy, and like you always know that they're really good at something if they make it look easy.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
Yeah.
What is something that nobody knows about Nicole Mendes? Oh.
I have that one.
Oh. Oh.
I know this flavor. I was like, laugh. Pickle. It's pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, pickle. I guess this is like kind of deep, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But like,
I'm ready.
oh yeah, we're getting deep. Let's get deep. I like to ask questions about people, and I like to ask people questions because sometimes like I don't like being vulnerable and like answering questions about myself. So it's like something that I've actually been working on, and I've been getting a lot better. But like only a couple people know like outwardly that I'm like, yeah, like I don't like this.
So you like asking other people about things rather than talking about yourself.
Yeah, like I'm really uncomfortable.
Well, thanks for coming on my show.
Yeah, I know, like ironic, like here I am talking about myself.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Everyone, round of applause.
Thank you. You know what? Like it means so much to me. Like it really does. I'm excited.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the color orange? Here you go.
That's good. I don't know. I think I need like another taste of it.
Yeah. Same. Oh wow.
I have no idea.
Oreo.
Good.
How do you feel about the color orange?
It kind of makes me uncomfortable. I avoid like burnt orange, and then I avoid bright orange, and it's like, what other orange is there? Yeah.
Bull Durham or A League of Their Own?
A League of Their Own. I love A League of Their Own.
Hey!
Hey! Go corn.
No.
No?
No.
What is it?
Churro.
Whoa. I can taste
it tastes like a churro. Cinnamon?
I'm just gonna go now. I'm just gonna like, excuse me.
So that's all we have for this episode of the Weekly Kernel. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me. I appreciated it. Yeah. And I had a lot of fun too. It was really cool, and I love what you're doing, so this is awesome.
Thanks. Make sure to like, comment, and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.